Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Radharani Mati, when are you ready, you can start, Mati.
Okay, sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to all dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Wish you all a very happy Ekadashi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 9. Dhruv Maharaj returns home. Text 45. Text 45. Then Dhruv Maharaj, the foremost of all the nobles, first of all, offered his obeisances at the feet of his father and was honored by his father was with various questions. He then bowed his head at the feet of his two mothers. Text 46. Surichi, the younger mother of the Dhruv Maharaj, seeing that the innocent boy had fallen at her feet, immediately picked him up, embracing him with her hands, and with tears of feeling, she blessed him with the words, "My dear boy, long, long may you live." Text 47. Unto one who has transcendental qualities due to friendly behavior with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all living entities offer honor just as water automatically flows down by nature. Text 48. The two brothers Uttama and Dhruv Maharaj also exchanged their tears. They were overwhelmed by the ecstasy of love and affection, and when they embraced one another, the hair on their bodies stood up. Text 49. Suniti, the real mother of Dhruv Maharaj, embraced the tender body of her son, who was dear to her than her own life, and thus forgot all the material grief, for she was very pleased. Text 50th. My dear Vidura, Suniti was the mother of the great hero. Her tears, together with the milk flowing from her breast, wet the whole body of Dhruv Maharaj. This was a great auspicious sign. Text 51. The residents of the place praise the queen, dear Praise the Queen. Dear Queen, your beloved son was lost a long time ago, and it is your great fortune that he now has come back. It appeared, therefore, that your son will be able to protect you for a very long time and will put an end to all your material pangs. Text 52. Dear Queen, you must have worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead who delivered his devotees from the greatest danger. Persons who constantly meditate upon him suppress the course of birth and death. The perfection is very difficult to achieve. Text 53. The sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, when everyone was thus praising Dhruv Maharaj, the king was very happy, and he had Dhruv and his brother seated on the back of a she elephant. Thus he returned to his capital, where he was praised by all the classes of men. Text 54. The whole city was decorated with columns of bananas, trees containing the bunches of fruits and flowers. The betel nuts, trees with leaves and branches were seen here and there. There were also many gates set up with which were structured to give the appearance of the sharks. Text 55. At each and every gate there were burning lamps and big water pots decorated with differently colored cloth, string of pearls, flower garlands and hanging mango leaves. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Rasachandra Mataji, you can go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. And then pranam to all the devotees assembled here. We'll start with a short prayer. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, could I get the permission to share the screen?
Yes, Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. We are doing Canto 4. We are in chapter 9. And so far, this chapter is titled as Dhruv Maharaj Returns Home. So far, Dhruv Maharaj is being able to take the glorious darshan of Vishnu, and he is on the way back home. And when he's on the way back home, the news reaches his father and mother, and they come to receive him. So both his mother, his own mother, his stepmother, his father, his brother, assembled with a lot of other people, are sitting in the palanquin and coming to receive Dhruv Maharaj. So we are reading from text number 45 today. We start here. Here it says, then Dhruv Maharaj, the foremost of all the nobles, first of all offered his obeisances at the feet of father, and then honored and was honored by his father with various questions. Questions like, how are you? Where have you been? What did you do? All these questions we ask when we meet our family members, right? So here it says, then he bowed down at the feet of his two mothers. So we know the whole story started because Mother Suruchi was blasphemed little Dhruv Maharaj, and which made him really upset and said very chastising words to him, which really hurt him. And this is why he went to the forest. Still, here he is paying obeisances to his stepmother. So our beloved Srila Prabhupada has explained this very nicely, that he is able to do this because he is been so fortunate that he saw Lord face to face, and he came in contact with the Lord, because of which he is now completely free from the contaminations of material desire. So now there is no animosity. He does not think like, oh, this is the person because of which I had to go through such calamities and all these things. Because the heart is completely pure. There are no more dualities anymore. Because he was in close contact with Lord himself. So everything becomes pure when Krishna is there. Here, the word Saj Jagannagrahi. Here this word is indicated, and this means that the person is a very noble man. It is very difficult to be a noble man in Kali Yuga. Our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us Sikshashtakam, out of which the third shloka, Trinadapi Shunichena Tarorapi Sahishuna, is the most smallest and easiest shlok to memorize, but it is the most difficult one to practice. It says that we have to become humbler than the blade of the grass, and we have to become more tolerant than a tree. So when I was reading this, and Prabhupada had mentioned this example of Trinadapi Sunichena, we could think of a pastime, a leela, where there was once a Brahman. Brahman was going to take a bath in the holy water. And then when he would go and come back, there was a Yamuna from upstairs. He would on purpose gargle some water in his mouth and spit it out. And that would fall on the Brahmana. And the Brahmana would quietly just go back, take a bath. And this same episode kept on happening over and over again After 6-7 times, the person who was spitting the water out realized that my cruel act is not affecting this man in any way. It means he's a great personality. And hence he goes down and apologizes for his behavior. And that's when the Brahmana says, no, you don't have to worry about it. It's okay. Always because of my duties, I just come quickly, take a quick bath, and run away. But because today of your mercy, I was able to take bath in the holy waters properly. So this is your mercy on me. So to become like this, it is very difficult. But is it impossible? No, it is not impossible. This can happen when we practice bhakti very sincerely. So this is what Prabhupada is specifying here, how humble Dhruv Maharaj is, because now he is completely cleared of all the contaminations, all the dualities. And moving on to text number 46, we will do 46 and 47 sort of together. So here, when Suruchi, the stepmother of Dhruv Maharaj, when she saw him, that the little boy was giving him obeisances, giving her obeisances, she picked him up and hugged him and told him that my boy, my dear boy, long may you live. So again, now this is very contradictory to what happened 6 months ago, right? This is just in a period of 6 months. This is happening. There, Mata Suruchi was telling that if you want to sit on your father's lap, first you have to die and then take birth again from my womb. Only then will you get this opportunity to sit on your father's lap. And now the same mother is saying, long may you live. In this verse, Prabhupada is not given any purport, because Sukdev Goswami immediately explained this in the next verse on his own in verse number 47. In this, he is saying that if a person has a transcendental behavior, and a very friendly behavior with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that person will be honored everywhere. And Sukdev Goswami gave the example of water, like how water automatically flows down. Science will prove that it is because of gravity, the water is being pulled and all these things. But this is a very normal thing we see, water will fall down. Similarly, a devotee will automatically attract respect. He does not have to demand it. With his behavior, he automatically commands it. And here, Srila Prabhupada has given us a lot of examples of 6 Goswamis, how they were famous all around the world because of their transcendental behavior, because they were into friendly terms with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I was also thinking about how we sing the glories of Prahlad Maharaj, Hanuman, Dhruv Maharaj, because they are beautiful devotees, great devotees. We never sing glories of Hiranyakashipu or Ravan, because they don't deserve that glories, right? But a devotee will automatically attract. Even after so many years, we are still singing their glories. This is how a devotee is. So because Dhruv Maharaj had such a beautiful aura around him, even Mother Suruchi's heart was very melted, and really, truthfully, she gave him the blessings of long you may live. Here, moving on to the next verse, verse number 48. In 48 here, it just says that both the brothers, Uttam and Dhruv, they were also very excited to see each other. We have to remember that they are 5.5 year old, and they were very excited to see each other, very overwhelmed. Too much affection was there. And when they were hugging each other, the hair was standing out to the end because of the brotherly love that they shared. And they could not see each other for a long duration of time. Then in verse number 49. 49, here now Mother Suniti, the real mother of Dhruv Maharaj, she was waiting to see her son again. Right? Here, she gives him a very tight embrace, and she's like, all the miseries, all the pangs that she's gone through in last 6 months, everything diminished the moment she hugged her child. Here we have to remember this Mataji Suniti, Mother Suniti, was a wife of the king, and he always ignored her because he gave more importance to Suruchi. So for her, for a mother and a wife, the most important thing, a husband and the child. But here the husband was not giving any interest, was not caring for Mother Suniti. So all her energy, all her bhava, prema, vatsalya, everything was flowing only towards Dhruv Maharaj. And since Dhruv Maharaj had disappeared since last 6 months, for her the entire world had crashed. So now she was going through a lot of miseries. But it completely ended the moment she had a sight of Dhruv Maharaj. Text number 50. Text number 50 is one of the important verses that I would recommend that if we have time, we can read today. In text number 50, here it is said, my dear Vidura, Suniti was the mother of great hero. We'll discuss this. Her tears together with the milk flowing from her breast wet the whole body of Dhruv Maharaj. This was a great auspicious sign. So here, Prabhupada has explained very nicely that whenever we install deities, we do Abhisheka. We offer them water, milk, ghee, yogurt, honey, all these things. And this is how we do Abhishek. And whoever sits on the throne also to become a king, that time also you do their Raj Abhishek. So right now, when Mother Suniti was hugging Dhruv Maharaj, out of the Vatsalya Bhav, she already started milking, and her tears were wetting entire of Dhruv Maharaj's body. So this was like an Abhishek. And it was a great auspicious sign because this indicated that in a very near future, he will be throned as the king of the entire empire. So this is why it says it is a very beautiful sign, and this is the Vatsalya Bhav at its epitome that we can see that Mother Suniti was sharing right now with Dhruv Maharaj. And then it is said here, the first line said, Suniti was the mother of a great hero. So here, Prabhupada is explaining this is very significant. In the verse, the word Virasu means the mother who produced a great hero. So hero, he was a very great emperor. He took care of a very big empire very successfully, very, very powerful personality. Prabhupada also explains similarly, even a devotee is a very great hero because the devotee is also fighting against Maya. Because Maya is very, very powerful. To fight against such a powerful energy and then still be Krishna conscious is not a very easy thing to do. It is very, very tough. Hence, he is also described, devotees are also described as hero. Here, Srila Prabhupada gave example of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired this question from Ramanand Rai that tell me, who is the most famous person in this world? And Ramanand Rai replied that a person who is a devotee of the Lord is the only person who is most famous. So when I found out few things about who is the most famous, and the devotee is the most famous, is being expressed in so many other Shastra Purana that we can see. Here, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked these questions, it is further described in the purport that everybody in this material world is striving for three things. Everybody, from younger person to the very old person. The first thing is a man wants his name to be perpetuated. And the second thing is he wants his fame to be broadcasted all over. Everybody should know his how famous he is. And the third thing is that he also wants, at the same time, some profit from whatever material activities he's doing. But you see, all these three things that a person desires is everything related to this body only. The moment the person dies, leaves this body, Nobody cares about his name or fame or whatever he's earned, because people forget, because everything was associated with the body. But with the devotees, even after they leave this body, this is not how they are forgotten. They are always remembered. We always celebrate their appearance day, disappearance day. We sing their glories. That is how a devotee is. Devotee is the most famous. But a person who is engrossed in the material environment, even though he becomes famous for certain time, some people will know him, but the next generation will not know him after he leaves the body. Hmm. So here in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, third chapter, 20 and 21 shloka, it describes that how 12 Mahajans are the most famous people in this world. We know all the 12 Mahajans: Brahma, Narada Muni, Shivji, Kapila Muni, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, and so on and so forth. All these 12 people are the most glorious, most famous people in this world, because of how great devotees they were. Then in Garuda Puran, these things are stated that I'll be trying to share. In Kali Yuga, it is said that it is rare to find a famous devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a devotee of Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Bhagavad Gita also, in 7.19, Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavam Mam Prapadyate Vasudevam Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So such a devotee, after many, many, many births, can come into existence, and to find such great devotees is very sudurlabha, very not very common thing. So the devotees who are very famous only can devotees are always famous, and only they can reach at that stage. So again, in further in Garuda Puran, it is stated that out of many thousands of Brahmanas, one who is very expert in performing sacrifices is famous. And then out of thousands of such expert persons who can perform sacrifices, the one who also has the knowledge of Vedanta Sutra is more famous. And out of many thousands of such Vedantists, who is a devotee of Krishna is the most famous of all. This is also stated in Garuda Puran. There in Narayan Vyuta Stava prayers, it is stated that if a great Brahma is not a devotee of the Lord, then he is the most insignificant person on this planet. But if a microorganism also, if he is a great devotee of Lord, then he is the most famous, even famous than Brahma in this world. So this is why is this devotee so famous? This is all because of Lord's mercy, because Lord is Bhakta Vatsala. So this is why he will try always to have his devotee's name in the forefront. Mahabharata was done. When Mahabharata was there, everything was taken care by Krishna himself. But still, the moment you talk about Mahabharata, people talk about Arjun. Yes, Arjun was there. He was such a great archer. He did it, which is right. He did it. But it was all because of mercy of Krishna, because Krishna is Bhaktavatsala. Then, the summum bonum of this is that devotees are very great heroes. And we're moving on to text number 51. In 51, here the residents of the palace now are praising Queen Kunti, that you are such a fortunate mother. We will do 51 and 52 together. That you are such a great mother. You have such an amazing son. All your miseries will be taken care of because you have such a great devotee in your house. And they were very happy that Dhruv Maharaj was here. So now in text number 52, following on the same terms, here it is said, one of the most important word is Sudurjayam. Okay, so what does this mean? This is an adjective that indicates that no one can conquer death. So now why are we talking about this? Here, a little 5-year-old boy went to forest after being upset from the family. So it is very obvious that the child might die, right? So this is what King Uttanapad also thought, that he must be dead by now. It's been 6 months, a little 5-year boy is gone into the forest. How will he eat? How will he survive? So according to that, he must be dead. But he was not. He came back and he is very fine. So how did this happen? This happened because Dhruv Maharaj was constantly in meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At that same time, Mother Suniti, who was sitting at home, was also very upset and constantly kept praying for the well-being of her son. And because of these prayers, Krishna protected Dhruv Maharaj so well that within 6 months he had the darshan of the Lord also, and he came back home also happy and fine. So this is all because of Krishna's mercy. So a devotee, when he is completely surrendered to Krishna, he will be able to fight the miseries of birth and death also, like how Dhruv Maharaj did. And moving on to verse number 53, here the sage Maitreya is saying that, my dear Vidur, when everyone was thus praising Dhruv Maharaj, the king was very happy. Now everybody is happy. So now, after receiving Dhruv Maharaj, they are going back to their palace. So they make both the kids, Uttama and Dhruv Maharaj, sit on the elephant and then they go back home. When they are going back to the palace, we will do verse number 54 and 55 together because it is in the same context. Now, the whole city was decorated very beautifully with banana tree leaves and fruits and flowers and betel nut flowers, and beautiful diyas, lamps were lit up, and there were water pots kept at the entrance of the hall, and beautiful colored cloths were decorated everywhere. So, this is how decorations, auspicious decorations, have always been in ancient India also. Nowadays, we do ribbons and balloons and streamers and whatnot. But the way how it was for auspicious occasions, it was decorated with the help of auspicious things like banana leaf trees and fruits and all these things. And here, a beautiful celebration is about to start, which will go on till verse number 57, 50, 59. So we will end over here. This is where I had to read till today. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and coming here in the morning. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dhanapranam.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mati. Thank you for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Mati.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you, Mataji. Wonderful class.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you,
was-
Mataji. Hare Krishna.